our second conversation of the day. Dichilo Kendati, I have in studio Umelusi Mpala, Director, Setup Technologies, and today we're talking the business of technology. Mr. Mpala Masikbulise, and welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Namdiazibulisela kubamameli beVukani FM ndibulela nangembeko leyo kuba sibizwe nathi size ebantwini.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
All right. Mhlawumbi, let's start by allowing you about you and how you got into the world of business. That journey.
Yeah. It's a long journey, of course, but sometimes to cut not going that much. Melusi, yeah, I think Dingumtu who I love getting to know things.
Okay, you're curious.
Yeah, the curious. That's the best way.
Okay.
I'm very curious.
Okay.
That curiosity therefore leads to wanting to know. Yenziwa njani, so to an extent that I'm sure it toys the cooler bezingahlali izidibene.
Okay.
Every toy that I get.
You are every parent's worst nightmare in terms of toys.
Because nyani efikileyo
Uyayiphula.
I need to know, but then ngayiphuli
You were taking it apart.
And then I'm able to pull it back. So la nto yandenza ndafumanisa okay, fine, khulele farmer people that are farmers, that are builders.
Okay.
So it means you can do something with your hands, So yeah, but when I went to school, I specialized in telecommunications and digital networks.
Okay.
It's engineering.
Okay.
So it focuses mostly, yes, it's ICT, but ICT is broad.
Sure.
But it was zooming into telecommunications.
Okay.
And electronics, obviously, but it has to do with waves and this. But obviously, you meet ICT, you have subjects that you do that specialize in IT.
Sure. As part of the program.
As part of the program, programming. But specialty has to do with the digital networks.
Okay.
Okay. Frequencies, the differences with AM, differences with FM, zonke izinto, but how it runs behind yonke wavelength, yonke la ezazinto ezilola hlobo.
Wow.
So, yeah,
And then how did that transition into business? Where, what happened? Because if you've gone to school, you need to be working somewhere. So,
true.
and then how did we get to set up technology?
Yeah. And working is very important. I think it gives you ethics.
Okay, sure.
And not only ethics, but it gives you. I've worked with different people in different levels. In the sense that I've worked with white people, I've worked with Nabantu Betu, I've worked with Indians, even currently. I work with different entities about.
Sure.
Lantu infundisa, working with, I know, by, such a sensitive apartheid. There's a zinda where you come in, but when you look and now that things have changed, you have abantwana Queens, abantwana bethu bakhula bezina sleepovers nabelungu.
We are trying to mix.
Say injalo, but I'm trying to say when I've worked with lots of white people, you learn ethics. Abantu that work very hard. They play hard, but they work hard. So
they've been trained in how to manage umsebenzi.
Exactly.
And to
even if maybe kwakunzima ngelo xesha sifunda where you failed ubekelwe ecaleni but xa sewudibene nabo emsebenzini uzafumanisa uba
you learn something.
You learn a lot from them. So now moving from school bengihleli ndikhuliswe ngumakhulu. Yes, umamam baba utata msandusweleka, of course, but umamam ubekhona, but I had umakhulu, not amkhulu. They loved selling.
Sure. The business exposure.
So umakhulu thengisa ifruit ngexesha lefruit, thengisa umbona ngexesha lombona, umuntu okholiweyo ke.
Okay.
So tithing yonke la nto esikhule sinayo. So i-principles of business uba xa usuke uthengisa five packs of guavas, xa ubuya yena uzawuthatha la mali 10 iza enkonzweni. Ufumanisa uba you need to have those backgrounds azivele izivuke nje.
Okay.
That's why you won't get surprised ufumanisa la nto yokuba sidibane namachita ndifumane i-5,000 phone machita endivukele brand.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what is that? Let's put it aside, let's reinvest it. Yeah,
Sure.
so you'll have those kinds of things as one, but as a suking hook. The
It's from the
discipline is
growing
coming
up, from the
Yeah,
background.
so our kids need that from there. And bloody saphuma sithengisa engathi, you know,
Siyadlala, we didn't understand it at the time.
nokuba ingathi sihluphekile. Yabo, instead use that le ngathi ikwenza ingathi ufumanisa ingathi uhluphekile to be an advantage for you in the future.
Wow,
Because that discipline is akwenza ungajiwazi. You don't just use. You know.
You've been trained.
Yeah, so
that
that is
process.
engqondweni. Yeah, it's in the mind. And everything I believe is in the mind. Without the mind, if I start to appreciate it in the mind, I will sleep over it. I will pray over it. I will wake up and implement it because it color up. So before I even do it, it's brewed
In the mind.
and I've seen it. Yabo ndayibona.
You've pictured it.
Yabo.
You cannot have what you cannot see in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when it's something like that,
Yeah.
and I'm a firm believer because of background, obviously. So when I look at it, I pray over it.
You work it until it becomes reality.
So xa sendiyenza kudala ndiyiqedile.
Really in your
It's
mind.
just coming to
Beautiful.
fruition because it's nature. It comes to fruition at the end of the day.
Wow.
So yeah.
That makes me think of, architects, the fact that you will see Wako Kiwi Mall, it's already completed in that picture, even before it reaches the
Quantities,
yenziwe.
everything. That's true.
Interesting.
That's
All
true.
right. How long have you been with Setup Technologies?
From inception. Like
Central, how long has Setup been in existence?
I think I got married in 2011. It's me and my friend that are running.
You got married in 2011?
Yeah.
Why are you linking the two?
Why? Because in 2012 we established it with a friend of mine.
Oh.
So it links. It always
It's a way
links.
for you to remember.
Yeah, Tina Libala. So Kubula,
Yeah.
thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So those things. So 2012, ben ngiyasebenza peace workshop before ichinje ngokuyising Air Connect.
Okay.
We're doing Ian, very good friend. We grew to be friends. Now we are business competitors, as it were. But it's nice. We don't have bad blood. I love him. I respect him. Then I worked with. Then I moved to Metcalf when we started Elcom. I was one of the main engineers there when we started there. Estian is left now. But yeah, we moved.
There.
Yeah, we moved. Then as you go in, you see that when you move, people follow the person. I think that's what I was going to say. Is I was thinking that when you are doing anything, there's something that I just had in mind, that when you have a product, you first need to become the product yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Awukwazi sokuyothengisa le mic le ungakhange ube yiyo wena.
Okay.
If it makes sense.
Yeah.
I need to be this mic.
Okay.
So that when I go out to meet someone, I'm bringing them the mic, which is me.
You mean, what does that mean? Does that mean you have to internalize and believe in it and
You need to
be
be
one with the product?
Yeah. I've got 2 boys, an 8 and a 4-year-old. They love to listen or Coco Melon and these products.
Peppa Pig and
Peppa Pig. Yeah. So now there was the time when I was watching it. Then this that Peppa Pig was about to go into a muddy puddle. Uthi ke ngoku Utata Pig, you need to be
one
with the what? With the muddy puddle.
I remember that episode.
You remember that episode?
Yes. I watched it with my kids.
Yeah, so I always watch those things. So now I thought, for you to conquer the muddy puddle, you need to be one with it. So I took it into the business sector and said, I need to be with
one with what you're
selling.
selling.
With what I'm selling. Because when you figure out the mic, already I'm convinced inside that this thing would work.
The best, it will work. It's what you need.
So people buy that. So when we started with Lloyd, of course he's busy now. Kwezinye izinto, but we are and nayo futhi the partnership is God who makes it work. It's impossible to do partnership. Une wishes zakho, but Tina, we have been this because I think first it's gone. I can't run away from that.
Wow.
Before professions, of course, but yonke lanto builds that. It become a family. From friendship it become family because you deal with it ngola hlobo. So yeah, so Serap Technologies inserted in 2012. It's been there, and just from then up to now, how many years? When I compare it to
2011, it's about 12, 13 years,
when I
somewhere
compare
there.
it, I always compare it to my
Dear well,
so it's about 13 years. So that's a long time.
Wow, that is
Yeah,
a long
that
time.
is a
Because
long time.
they say in business, if you're able to pass the 2, 3, 5 year mark, you're not
Sure.
going anywhere.
But you still feel every day
The pressure,
ingati
Wow.
So I think
Yeah.
that keeps you in your
On your
toes.
toes, sure.
On your toes, more especially because uyayazi ba if
This is everything.
ndingayekethisa
This is everything.
sina ayisapheleli kum because thina that's why sithi ungathi maybe ungathi engineer osebenza because kungafika emsebenzini ndiyafana nabantu
With everyone, with the other
esisebenzisana sonke. I
employees,
don't
sure.
even call them employees, they are my colleagues. Why? Because xa sikhwela kwi-step ladder sikhwela sobabili. Xa sigqitika xa sisiwile ngaloo mini sawa siwe sobabili. Uyayibona? So now when we ventured into IT, as I was saying, IT is broad. So Tina, we try to, because you can't take everything.
Sure.
Yebo?
Yes, I was going to go to what actually do you offer.
Because of you said, iPhone yami like, no man,
Don't fix
I
phones.
don't really
You don't
fix
in
phones.
that
I might
space.
know because I deal with the electronics, but
That's what your
is a
specialization.
specialization.
Sure.
So what we do there, when you come into the reception, you'll find Sister Vyogas who deals with our accounts and what we sell. We support businesses around.
Okay.
Yeah, from here all over the country. If we client ifuna loo nto thina sinangxaki, we even go even across the borders xa befuna. For example, we work with Twiza. Twiza is in and
All
out.
over, yeah.
So
yeah.
we I can say we're fortunate to have people like Ken, even the current CEO, Opete Opaya, the son, Ulyle and Thomas and Robert and Bonke or Noel, people that are able to work with you. And they are not buying Uber, they want to balance PEE or the skin. Even in short, they are
They
coming
really want
in
to
for professionalism.
Sure.
Like even the issue, but when you sell your product, you stick with it. Ukale uti, it is good, like what God said. And then before I start when I saw it, this is perfect. Then when I'm giving it to my client, I got an option than to laugh because we born up and
Yeah.
so I got an option so there, like the likes of Twitter, we do networking from scratch, like we do cabling.
So you do cabling, like when
From
it's not
scratch.
existing, and also to maintain
Yeah,
it.
and to maintain, to expand.
Sure.
We do. So we've got
Okay.
technicians, Sensan and Ekal is cool.
Okay.
They give us students,
Okay.
and then we
Do they
grow
have
them.
tech there? Do you
Yeah,
know?
they have.
Oh, the
Yeah.
engineering.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they
sure,
have
sure.
IT, purely CAT and IT.
Really?
Yeah,
As a-
the color is
Didn't
good.
even know.
But obviously, when they come in, we instill our own.
upgrade. You do your
So
own
yeah,
thing, yeah.
we have that partnership with the color,
Yeah.
and we are working well. So now when we do that, for an example, we do in networking, we do access control and it press.
Okay.
So
okay.
whether it's LED,
Or the
finger,
finger, or,
whatever card, we do that, and the software that goes with that.
Wow.
So at Twiza, for example, that new building there's the head office, which is from scratch.
Wow.
So we do Dr. Da, which is agricultural from
department.
scratch, or public works. We are not a tendering business, but we
Wow.
do what we do, and what we do comes to us. We apply and do
Sure,
it.
obviously.
But we've
You
got
have
a
to follow the
day-to-day,
process,
yeah.
yeah.
But we've got a day-to-day running. I'm so about newspaper. Kuphume ntoni namhlanje, kuphume. But kodwa siyayenza loo
When
nto.
it comes,
When
sure,
it comes,
sure,
yeah.
sure,
Because
sure.
sometimes business, if you stick on something, not specialize kuloo nto ujongene ne, it's not sustainable.
You have
need
to
day
kind of,
day.
yeah.
So prior we do in networking, access control, we do cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, so we know uba measures ufuna ndoni,
For surveillance
different
and
from
yonke
umi traders, different from Mamasanga top down, utata uXhoseke top down. Uyayibona
Yeah.
mamahlangene elokishini. So to us all of our clients. Ukhena ngahlala apha nomama uMnqala ahlala apha ecaleni client yami ye-internet okanye umphutha. Those people are the same.
Sure.
Agents of approaching them
It's the same.
is the same because bonke akukhathalekile uba ungenisa i-2 rand omnye ungenisa
They're your
i-10 rand
clients at the end of
bonke
the day.
they are our clients. So ezo nto ndizichole kulaa nto that's why kuthiwa kumele umuntu afumane kuthiwa into lena umuntu xa ezawuqala work experience is very important ku-business. It's rare uba uvele uthi ungakhange ufumane la experience. You won't know the ethics that come with it. And the way I treat, that's why nsithi zi-colleagues zami emsebenzini. Because because I've known ukuba ukusebenza hard okanye ukucitha. So those things are very important. So sibe ne-cameras in ethics nomcimbi wethu we-IT. Because kulula thina we've got access to people's privacy.
Hey, you are very dangerous actually. But because of ethics, you are
ethics
safe.
and fear of God, obviously. Because kulula uyabufumanisa umuntu ubone yonke into yakhe lapha zi-passwords zilula hayi uzumcela ukwenza ohlobo usuyigcina ohlobo. And then we specialize also on clouds backups. Now kwezi companies ebenzitsho uba zininzi zohlukene ngo-Twiza, ngo-Crickly, ngo-Mid-Traders, ngo-Majors, ngo-Titans, okomani automotives udisana nemoto but ndiyayazi uba ndiyanideka phaa uyayibona ndinespace once umuntu engathi uvula into entsha apha next door apha eThompson ngokusengu-high tech he will call me ifuna ikhawuleza kaloku ndimuvile phaa sendilapha kumele ndisetaphe njengegama lami. So basically that's what but we then ventured on because of COVID, but it was not COVID because I started before that because we specialize in, as I was saying, Kaufika, you'll meet Mtozagula, there's no sales again. Mandla Ngabai, very good guy who knows sales. So in nutrition, anything that is good to do with sales, we are going to attend that, not it.
Sales for the business, your
for
internal
the business,
sales, sure.
For internal sales, you get design stationery, design zonke those odd things. And he gets them. Cartridges, indoni, some big, sometimes for us, bafuni computers 30, 100, he knows. Sitting on back because we are technical. But no, uzafuna uhlobo, then sponsor again go how do you charge from there? Then when you get into the other side of our office, you'll find technicians. That day-to-day technician. Where was our phone? Our screen something crackle a laptop. Sikufunele sing. Battery my charge. See, we are associated with Microsoft. We can't work without Microsoft. So we sell products like Microsoft. Sine antivirus is tensayo. So it needs a product that we sell. Ne cameras has fagela. So then even technicians can go as digitana ne fiber. Optic fiber, see fagela right through. No guys, yes, I'm a security company, but the funny company I mean if fiber. Queen's College beside we years about 2017 the whole place we're doing fiber. So we sinale advantage was the Intel and skills. And I want to that come in maybe as boys as who are my car. See if says fage then she's your trainer. That's the most important thing is to invest in my colleagues. I call them my colleagues.
All right.
We invest in that. So those are the basic, but we then moved to internet. Which is wireless
internet provision.
Yes, internet provision. So we've got our own servers there. We sell. We've got I built the towers from scratch. We towers maybe like silos up us in the Maklagis in Esbelen. Then we were able to link them up.
So a person can like monthly subscription for internet.
Us, he set up air. They should be set up
everywhere.
Exactly. Then we cameras, Queen's Eye. But into one, but we always try and
make it different so that we finally wow. All right, but I do want to also ask you, Bana, where before I get there, the disciplines that you need to have as a person when you are in business, in this kind of a business, so that maybe just 2 or 3 that you think this is what is going to build you and ensure your success in this space.
I think my background is religious.
Sure.
So mina I fear God first. Yeah. So enye nenye comes after.
Number one,
Yes,
fear
ndingaya
God.
esikolweni ndithini uyayibona mos, but ukuqoqosha umuntu uqoqosheka lula, you know,
Xa emazi uba kukuThixo.
kuThixo, because I won't be unfair to my colleagues because I fear God. I won't be unfair to my clients, even how I put my percentage, because that's where money is.
Eish.
So
You can't be
too
greedy
much.
now.
You understand?
Say.
Omnye afika athi ndiyacela man noko kwe-3 months khawuyisike le nto uyifake 3 months iyandibetha mna, but for the sake of the client, because ndingathengisa kwi-client and safarishi kwi-marketing, i-client iyahamba iyondithengisa. So besides one, if I win one, I've got 10. I've got a family. Uyayibona la, and Queenstown is a town of families.
Yeah.
Uzabona ezinye ibhizinesi ziyafika zisokole because azina in-depth relations. So uhamba uncumela abomakhulu kusiba mnandi bakufaka
Wow.
athi enkonzweni yakho kwecaweni yakho kukho umuntu ndikhona makhulu. Uyayibona, so those kinds of things I feel they are very important. Nokuba as black people, I think yes we complain kunzima nyani to everyone. You don't know what next should happen, but when we do our part, as I'm saying, God will do the rest. You know, there's one guy that I love, UVT, maybe uthi yena, education becomes more relevant once you know what you want to do with it.
Okay.
So if ungaya esikolweni uyokwenza these big things but ungakwazi uzayithini,
They apply kanjani?
umsebenzi ayikho, but you need to know it. Bakhona abantu abaphethe izinto ezistrongo, naxa isizo zokucela umsebenzi uthi hey lo muntu akazazi uphethe igolide, but akayazi uba makayithini. So when you get people that will mentor you, uncokole noKena kubalisela uba hayi business ndiyezohlobo, uncokole noShakile airport, siyamenzela naye. No, you can try this, discipline there, what those things, small nuggets. Mr. Major nakufakele pha no Titus pha acho no ithi so uyayibona no Dike na Dike doing printers. No, mhlobo wami ngiyenzele khawuzami. So those things, when we advise one another, it's not about competition. It's about advising one another, because awuzuyigqibi popular siyase komani uyifunele kuwe. It's impossible. Gain what you have, ukhulise uyikokose, izoziphumela yona, allow it to grow on itself. So and I believe kulento ye-Latin ke ethi to be rather than to seem. You need to be that thing. Don't seem like.
Okay.
Seeming is pretending. So to be rather than to seem, I need to be that thing. Our work should speak for itself. Siyalwa thina silweli ukuthi silwa kuba sivale, silwa kuba ibe happy i-client kanjani. If ingakhange ibe happy, that means there's a problem with us. We don't sleep, even if the problem may be kuthi. I-client ibuyikhala. Sometimes clients are always right, but sometimes uyabona hey awusibethile kodwa, but ana option manje yothenga lento endiyimoshile kuthiwa i-emotion ndimi, even ingamoshwanga ndimi.
Just so
Yes,
that
the client, so that ngomso kodwa uzambona hey hayi kodwa ndakubethe but akho, but bubomu. So those things, I think as young black people, we should take the advantage. Ndithanda ayonda andiyo promote omnye umuntu, but I love promoting other people. Kwaba sisabathengisa apha engine apha McDonald's. They wake up every morning, they sell scones.
Yeah, I see them in the morning.
I love those ladies. They used to work, some of them, kwa Shell. It's the persistence and the consistency that you need. Mo June bapa.
Hey,
Kisama bapa. Like every day. So that is, I get inspiration from small little things. So lendo ndibona kwaba sis, I wish if they can listen, they will see them. And one day umuntu uzaba ne-caravan, one day umuntu abe ne-coffee shop,
and the bakery.
We don't know. We all started singayazi what we're doing. Yabo une-stress of that's business.
Wonderful.
So
Before we let you go, it's been really, really great. Now, if someone wants to contact to set up technologies, whether they're looking for assistance on the day-to-day, whether they're looking for setting up a network or they want to use your internet, how do they get hold of you?
Yeah, we are there in 28A Prince Alfred. We've been there since 2012, so at least we are consistent.
You've been having the money to pay rent, man. That's a good thing.
So that's grace there. That's grace at work. So that's there, and that's our physical one. You can get us on 045 838 5091. You can get us on Lloyd's number 083 341 9907 on WhatsApp and both on voice calls, and then mine 073 55 64576. And then as you as from Google, when you Google us, you
Your
see
website,
what
on
we
your website.
do, and then what we and what we do. We WhatsApp, yes, but within context. Yeah,
There are
but-
boundaries there. Very important.
but we are basically nice people. So come enjoy. Ask if you want to ask. Sometimes we do advise people. Sometimes Lloyd Knight does things on the community. I've got
Yeah.
a class that I do up in the community.
To teach people
I
tech.
train children. Yes, of course, and Diego Makokoma and Disenza as a validity, but more especially I love to grow. Siyabenzisa learners for free. Like we teach them. I call SDA Church, Queenstown Church. So I train them. They come in about community, both community and church people, but just to make sure that the people have got a starting point.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
young
beautiful.
person can do something from there.
Oh,
We are
wow.
coming from very disadvantaged
Backgrounds,
but we can't do things. Start from somewhere small, like a little bit as cons. We'll get there somewhere.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much for coming through, Mr. Mpala. Siyabulela kakhulu ngexesha lakho. I'm sure we've learned a lot.
No, namdifundile. Inkosi kakhulu. Thank you so much.
All right.
Cheers.
Phulaphula Vukani Community Radio. Interesting conversation there with Umelusi Mpala, one of the directors of Setup Technologies, talking to us a lot about what they do and how now you can be able to think around the tech space if ufuna ukungena, and in fact in business in general. We're going to talk more about what he has said when we come back from the break. Do make sure that you stick around.